Hello, welcome to our channel. Thank you for taking some time to listen to this Dhamma talk. We trust that you will be blessed for your efforts. Today's talk is entitled Robots. Robots have been around for a long time now, and they're getting smarter and smarter according to the news reports. The thing about a robot, there are two things that stand out. One is they are pre-programmed. They have limitations based on what their program will allow them to do or to understand. This may be changing with the advancements in AI, but for this talk, we're going to say that robots are limited based on their programming. And the second major thing is they, at this time, seem to be incapable of experiencing emotions. We talk about somebody as being robotic if they don't seem to have the emotions that we expect of them. So let's talk first about being pre-programmed. It's quite obvious when we think about a robot, but it's important that we turn the mirror on ourselves to see how and in what ways we are also pre-programmed. And the word for that is called karma. We come into this life as a result of an egg and a seed being fertilized in our parents, but they do not give us our karma. That's our consciousness, a bank, a memory bank filled with past karmic experiences that will be fundamental in our current life experience. Here is a definition of karma. It says, I am the owner of my karma. I am the heir to my karma, born of my karma, related to my karma, abide supported by my karma. Whatever karma I shall do for good or ill, of that I will be the heir. And another version, beings are the owners of their own karma, and the results of their karma belong to them alone. So there, by definition, is a limitation to some of the choices we might have in this world based on our karma. And we are lucky, we're fortunate, we're blessed that we have come in contact with the Buddhist Dhamma, which opens up opportunities to make choices, conscious choices, that were not available to us before we began to practice Dhamma. A homeless person doesn't have the choices that a housed person has. They financially, they don't have the same choices. They don't have the choices for cleanliness, hygiene, etc., that other people have. So everyone is subject to limitation based on their karma. In this way, many human beings are more or less robots. They are not mindful, they are not self-aware, they are not self-observant, they lack what is required for them to make choices that other people who are more awake might be able to make. One of the great teachers in the last century said, most people are the living dead. They're more like zombies. Now, the other aspect of a robot is the emotional aspect. I'm sure those who are creating these robots are desperate to make one that will have the emotions that we identify with as being human, then that might open the door for them to love us and possibly for us to love them. So emotions are held up as a very great feature of human life, something to really be appreciated and valued, but not in Buddhism. Emotions are our enemy. They constantly interfere with us seeing things as they are instead of the way we want them to be or imagine them to be. In a recent talk, I mentioned loss and gain, disrepute and fame, pleasure, pain, praise and blame. These 8 pretty well define the range of emotions that we have as believing to be a human being. These emotions constitute the foundation of all of our suffering. They constitute suffering because they arise and pass away. They are anicca. They are not substantial. They're not permanent. They cannot be counted on or depended on. They typically arise and pass away, or they come into existence without an invitation, and they leave whether we want them to leave or not. And all of this is the result of our believing that these things are happening to me. The emotions create sensations on the body, and these sensations are what we fall in love with or what we hate. So it is not the experiences we have, it's not the job we have, the relationships we might have, various situations that arise that are the cause of our suffering. It is the fact that we are addicted to the sensations that arise on the body when these various emotions arise. We see that others are stuck in situations or in relationships that they are afraid to abandon because they are not confident about the options of being happy or more satisfied in the future. But we're wasting our time if we're looking at others and faulting them. We need to spend all of our time in looking at how we cling to various sensations that arise on the body, and we call them pleasurable or painful. We like them or we don't like them. We accept them or we reject them. We love them or we hate them. And this addiction keeps us from being free, keeps us from having the real choice to choose another option to these sensations, the option of real peace of mind, real tranquility, something called nibbana, or the kingdom of heaven, whatever language you're comfortable with. We can't choose that as long as we are addicted to pleasure and pain. And in this way, we're stuck like a robot. And it's only through our practice of meditation and mindfulness that we can reprogram this robot, and in such a way that we will find a new life in a new world, completely the opposite of the current world we live in, one filled with real peace, real joy, real tranquility. Thank you for reaching the end of this Dhamma talk. May you be blessed. We welcome your suggestions for improvements in the channel or for subjects of future talks.